Alright, hey, what's up everybody? This is Clint with C3DS, Custom 3D Specialties. Today we're going to be going over the Cr-Scan 01 software installation and a brief usage. So let's get into this. USB is already in. I renamed it. I rename all my USBs right away once they come in. So you're not gonna have this factory. This is what comes on from Creality. You're gonna have your calibration file that's specified for your scanner only. You're gonna have your CR Studio. This 1.7.0.243. This is the old version. To get your latest and greatest, go to Creality downloads, or I'm sorry, creality.com/downloads. This will be your quick reference guide. I could not get mine to open, this one or the second one that they sent me, and I could not get the handle to open. It is on Thingiverse and it is on Creality Cloud. This one I could not get to open. This is the new version that's out as of today, 1.7.1.291, and this is the calibration file specified for my scanner. So let's get into this. Make sure you do not have your scanner plugged into the power source or your laptop or computer at this point in time. I will tell you, this little booklet, it's somewhat helpful, but it's very vague. There's not a lot of explanation that goes on. The PDF that you get on the USB, you get a very nice big packet of stuff that comes in. I printed this out, but there's pictures are big, wording's decent, and it goes in a little bit more in depth. Not as much as I would hope. There's a lot of buttons and options that still need to be addressed, and what they do and how they work. But I will upload this to the Facebook group, Creality Cr-Scan 01 Owners. I am the creator of that group, so the handle and PDF supplied on the USB will be in the file section of that group. So moving back onto this, next we will have only for me or for everybody. Everybody, I'm the only one that uses this computer. I'm going to go with what they suggest. Ready to install. Now, you notice it's just kind of sitting here flashing, not doing nothing. This little guy over here, see? So if we click this, yeah, now we have to authorize. There we go. I got stuck on that for a minute when that first happened. I'm like, what? Why is the software not loading? So now after you close this out is when you're going to want to attach your scanner. So I'm going to go close, go finish. Now there's a specific order to do this. You need to use your USB first, plug that into your computer or laptop. Then you want to plug in your power. This is the power from the wall. This is the USB and the power from the scanner. Do not take your USB drive out yet unless you have saved that calibration file to your computer. Once you connect the scanner to computer and power, the scanner will kick on with a fan. There will be a red light on the inside. So now we will open the CR Studio. This should pick up the serial number of your scanner, which will match your calibration file. So it picked up my serial number. You check your camera, make sure everything matches. Go find your calibration file. I'm going to go import. It's going to say, hey, is this all correct? Software is loading. So we have turntable mode and handheld. We'll do turntable, just brief introduction. So this is your main screen. This is a different type of view. I'm not sure what all these do. Same here, we have a whole bunch more selections. And we have some repair tools, edit, fill holes. This is for manual lineup. We have a couple options up here. We have new project, open project, save project, undo, redo, copy object, delete, settings. Under generic, I'm not too sure what this does. Not sure where this C workspace is. So before you save any files, make sure you know where this is or change it to a location that you're going to know where to find your files. Not sure what this color all does. And scanning here in this last one, this right here, remove the base of scanned data automatically. I clicked that on because that'll take and remove the base off your model. It'll save you some work. I found it pretty helpful just with the playing around that I've done so far. So that takes us to what we have over here. You got your controllers connected, cameras connected. The memory, we have hard disk space, we have preview, initialize, start, stop, scanning count, frame rates per second. Our brightness level, you have a strobe over here and you have LED lights around the lens over here. This one here is what this brightness level controls, and also is called the flash lamp that you can turn on and off. You have your frame rate, 10, 12, or 15, and you have your process button. So I have the camera and stuff set up. Right here. Sorry, fingers in the way. So we're going to hit preview. you can see I'm not lined up too well there. Now you can see there's the strobes I was talking about. You have the big one on the left over here, and you have the small one. So I'm gonna line this up. Okay, so it looks like I have to move this like this. Yes, that looks alright. So I'm going to scan. I'll put this on here. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Now you can see I'm getting a little red right here. If I do this, see how that's letting you know it's too bright. And what I'm gonna do, I just turn the light off, see if that helps a little bit. Try and get it as flat and even as possible. Okay. I'm going to stop this now. It should be pretty lined up. I'm going to go initialize. And now you want to try and get your plate as red as possible. Which means I'm going to have to go back to preview and line it back up again. Okay, so that looks pretty flat and centered. So I'm going to go stop, I'm going to go back to preview. Okay, not too far off center there. like that. So we'll hit stop again. I'm going to change this to 12, let's go 15. And we will go initialize again. Okay, see, now we're picking up underneath. Okay, so we'll stop that. Let's do preview one more time. Okay. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to go stop. I'll take this out. I'm going to go stop. Scanned my hand pretty good. We'll go initialize again. That's going to read the plate. Stop. So now it's ready to scan. If you go to preview again, you're going to have to reinitialize. So I'm going to put the model back in that I want to scan. I'm going to go start. Plate will start spinning. And camera will start focusing and recording frames. This does take a little bit. Okay, so we got a total of 304 scanning count at about 11.8 frames per second. Okay, so you can tell I was not that centered on the plate. It's therefore, and it may have been spinning too fast. So I don't like that scan. So I'm gonna go delete. And let's try 12. And start. So this is running roughly 9-10 frames per second. $267 scans. So that looks a little better. I got the cap. Got the black ring around the top. You can almost read all the lettering on it. So into a couple of these buttons. This is your home button. This is fit to view. This is grid. This turns the light on and off. You got a different couple of representations here. Should be wireframe. Maybe that's when it's all done and completed and stitched together. Texture. See, like there should be a way to go and clean up all these extra ones that are hanging out. We have select, manipulate, pick information. So let's do another scan. We'll slow this one down. I'll reposition it a little bit. And let's go start. And now since you're doing 2 scans, this is turning into a project, so it wants you to label it. And this is where I was talking about, make sure you know where you're saving it. So that looks like I placed that a little bit more centered. Looks like you can adjust the brightness while this is going. So there we got about 263 scans at 8.3 frames per second on our 10 frame rate. That don't look too bad either. turn this over on its side. And then we'll make another scan. Almost there. See, I'm a little off here. Or it's rolled while it's moving. Now rotate it once. Yeah, I think it moved on me. So, just gonna grab a little piece of tape here. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so we'll scan again. I just rotated it a little bit. So what was on the plate and what was on top is now on the sides, and what was on the sides is now on the top and the bottom, so that when it comes time to stitch it together, it can place the images, hopefully, in the corresponding spots. Okay, so here we go. Let's check this one out. Now hopefully we have enough between these two scans of the sides. On top. Okay. So now you can only see one image here, right? Even if I click on this, click on that, I can only see one image. So you right click and you go to load scan. Now you can click on your eye, and there it just brought in the two images. So now I don't know if you can take and process these two images and then go back and add these two. Something I'll have to try, but for now, just to get through this. We'll hit her eye and add this scan. Okay, so there we have all four of our scans. And what we want to do now is we want to go to process. And let's see what happens. Hopefully it lines everything up. I mean, that looks pretty good to me here. Then again, I don't really know what I'm looking for. I mean, it looks like it got all the UPC together on the same side. Maybe. So, we'll just agree. Now it's going to go and continue processing. This does take a little bit depending on how much scans you did, at what frame rate. Here you can kind of see, right now I'm using just under 50% of my computer for processing. Speed's not terribly slow. That is a lot it has to render. There, it's doing its multi-rebuild. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe. If you found my videos interesting, want to see more, feel free to leave comments. Again, I do run and have created a Facebook group for this scanner, the Cr-Scan 01. The group name is Creality Cr-Scan 01 Owners. Okay, processing here. Yeah, we're still jumping around down there. I have had the program crash on me before. Hopefully it doesn't do it to us now. Nope, I see memory processors going, there we go. So now we're on fusing everything together. Remove the noise, repaired any holes. Looks like we're still on repair. We're on texture mapping. That's looking like a pretty clean bottle there. It's getting there, guys. This isn't like taking a picture and, you know, posting to Instagram. You're not just gonna do a scan and expect to have a 3D print ready model. It's a lot of processing's got to go on here. And this is, you know, one of the first consumer grade 3D scanners. So far it does seem pretty promising. Same as anything new to the market, dealing in the 3D world and community. It does have its bumps and glitches. of that bottle while it's processing. I mean, you can see it picked up the rim, it picked up the cap. Okay, so the color mapping is off a little bit, but I mean, that's fine by me because I'm not printing color. I'm not printing a graphic here. I just want the shape of the bottle. I mean, the cap looks a little funky, but that's where editing comes in. Now, I do not know too much about editing here, so it's ready to export. Let's see what this, yep, that turns it into that model. So here, let's go to this, some of these views. Wireframe. So, sure some of you other guys out there will look at this and be like, that's a pretty good wireframe. You know, I'm not sure. Don't have no holes in it. It looks pretty solid. So what do we have here? We got surface. And we got surface with edge. Okay, see, this is all new to me. I didn't see this before when I was playing. I'm sure this means something to somebody out there. I hope you can fill me in and give me a little insight. I don't know what these do here, but I mean, that's it, guys. It's I can export this to an XDL, to a STL or OBJ. No, it's not gonna let me move that. Okay, so let me do this. Let me move this out of the way. Let me go export. OBJ, STL, and we'll name this Glue-Scan. G-L-U-E-S-C-A-N. Glue-Scan. And save. Sorry about that. My dog's choking on her bone here real quick. Okay, sorry about that, I'm back. Okay, so let's just see where it did stick to. Okay, I know where I put it. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to music. And here's my Glue-Scan. So let's open it up. Remind me later. And there's my glue bottle. So I'm just going to slice this real quick. as you see, it came out with no edges, with no errors, no nothing. So, yes, I know I run my press slow. So what I want to do now is I want to go preview. I'm printing functional parts on this press, that's why I have it solid. I normally don't print solid unless it's functional parts and bracings. I mean, to me that's a printable model. That shows a lot of hope and promise. A lot of hope and promise. And I have no idea what I'm doing. That's really like only my third or fourth scan, just playing around. So, alright. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.